Welcome back to the Jonah and Ben podcast. Today is March 20th, 2026. It's 9:43 p.m. Red Bulls are coming off the 1-1 draw with Toronto FC. We're back from Canada. Red Bulls now take on Charlotte FC away in Matchday 4. And I'm joined by the Ben in the Jonah and Ben podcast. Ben, what is your analysis? And how are you?
Well, first of all, this is Matchday 5. Thank you very much.
That is Matchday 5.
The New York Red Bulls already played at Matchday 4, and they got a 1-1 draw at Toronto. And
at BMO Field.
Yeah, BMO Field.
Not BMO Stadium. Are you good?
No, I'm not, because you keep getting things either wrong or you're speaking before I can.
But because you corrected me immediately, so I'm going to come back with that energy.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
So
the shit is not sunshine and rainbows.
The Red Bulls draw against Toronto. That's a game they should have lost. It's very easy to see that when you miss chances. Hall, he could have scored against on that one breakaway that Chase set him up with. Forsberg, holy shit, dude, you're our DP10, and you can't fucking finish. It looked like that one shot he rang off the post in MLS Cup. He does this where he's at the center of the box and just tries to place it far post. It's only worked from once. It only worked from against New York City last season.
But how can you say they deserve to lose when they had an abundance of opportunities? Like you said, Forsberg at the edge of the 6-yard box, Hall in that 2-on-1 coming off a counter. I think, obviously, they didn't deserve the chance they got the corner on, which led to the Choupo-Moting finish, but I don't think they deserve the loss. Especially, possession is meaningless in soccer, but they had 68% possession. They had 8 shots on target. I think a draw is the least they deserved.
Well, they didn't deserve a win, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, just they did have a huge excess amount of chances. They just, they didn't have their best attacker on until the 90th minute. Well, you know what I mean. And that he didn't get a shot on until the 98th minute. Of course, that's the one that goes in. Top corner.
I will say this, though. Daniel Shalawai looked very offside on that goal. I put my hand up immediately in the stadium. It looked offside, but
they didn't call it.
whenever the fuck you see it, they always score. Mm-hmm. Like the guy, whenever you think the opponent's offside in the counter, they're always gonna fucking score.
Well, the referees didn't think so, and VAR didn't think so, so it wasn't offside.
Yeah,
so too fucking bad.
Well, the officer also kept us in the game by extending the game.
Okay.
So,
what do you want to get to next, Slime? Ben.
Well, Nate Burleson's on the screen, so Loki, I'm kind of hyped right now.
He's wearing salmon. But do you have anything related to Matchday 5? Red Bulls take on arch rivals Charlotte FC.
Arch rivals?
Yeah, why not?
Fuck. The Red Bulls would have a much better shot in this game if there was a certain Brazilian that was still on the squad that they traded about a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
If a certain Elias was still on the team, I think I'd book him scoring already. That would be literally the safest bet in all of sports.
Okay.
To book Elias Manuel to score against Charlotte. Unfortunately,
he Manuel hasn't been on the Red Bulls since 2024. You need to let it go.
Unfortunately, he hasn't. He plays for Santa Clara now, so he's not even anywhere near the United States.
Okay.
So,
but Red Bulls aren't very good at Bank of America Stadium. I don't think they've ever won there. So
they played 5 games there.
And how many wins do they have?
0, but they also have 3 ties.
I haven't been impressed. I guess a draw would not be the worst thing in the world, but the Red Bulls have still yet to win. They've been playing there since 2022, and they have not won at Bank of America Stadium, and that's a fact.
I will say this.
What do they have to do to buck this trend?
Not give up stupid penalties. They've done that in their last.
That's it. They did that
games.
Once.
No, they did it in 2020.
Oh, against Charlotte. I get what you mean now.
That one Duncan fell.
My bad. I didn't know that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Slime. I thought you meant because they gave up a stupid penalty against Montreal, but they didn't give up any penalties against Toronto, so I was confused for it. Well, no, you meant that, yeah. 1-1.
I still don't know how the ref called that on the field, that foul on Raheem Edwards.
Yes,
that was insane.
That should have been a yellow for simulation, from what I remember. Of course, yeah, Charlotte Rebels tend to win at RBA, but then tend to, again, either draw or just lose at Bank of America Stadium. Charlotte, coming off a 0-0 draw with Miami, I guess that's impressive to, even without Messi, to hold Miami to nothing is just, you don't see it a lot. So far, they've had mixed results. Basically, it's almost identical to the Red Bulls, but of course, they have one win, 2 draws, 1 loss, where we have 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. So, pretty even.
I think the real separator in this game is going to be...
That's true.
Eden Toklamati, because the Red Bulls will be without Justin Shea for this game, and it's going to be... whether
likely
it's going to be Tim Parker starting. It's going to be him and Volodare.
I think Parker's better than Volodare. I feel like you're just singling him out.
I know, but it's I do agree with you, but I'm just going to say, because the narrative says Tim Parker's a slow center back, and if you're going to be facing fast attackers like Liel Abada, Wilfred Zaha, or
Pep Biel,
Eden Toklamati, him too.
They only have 2 goal scorers, and Pep Biel has 3 of their 4 goals. If you're going to talk about it, but it should be.
They've got a very, on paper, potent attack.
Attack. Okay.
So when you go into Charlotte, you know what you're getting into, and I don't know if the Red Bulls defensively can really. I'm not going to say compete, but I think they might struggle a little bit with these big name players coming into this match.
Right, you say on paper because, of course, they only have 4 goals in 4 games, and 3 of those came in 1 match against Austin FC, which they dominated. However, they have only 1 game where they scored multiple goals, so it's not good. I mean, obviously the Red Bulls do too, but so I think if you were going to bet over under 3.5 goals, I would bet under. I think it's likely to finish 2-1 or even 1-0, 2-0. Either way. I don't know who's going to win, but I don't expect over 3.5 goals.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I mean, we might see classic Dean Smith bunker ball here. I mean,
do you think we get a Zaha yellow? He has 4 yellows in 4 matches.
He is such a fucking hothead.
Especially with Ruvalcaba's diving, I think we get a yellow on him too.
They're gonna
his 5th yellow in 5 games.
Zaha's gonna size him up, and Ruvalcaba's just gonna dive,
and then that'll get a yellow. Hopefully in the penalty box, but we'll see. What else? Is there anything else you wanted to bring up in regards to this matchup?
I will say this. I do think Christian Kalina is one of the most overrated goalkeepers in Major League Soccer. I don't think he really rises to the level of goalkeeper of the year that he's gotten year in, year out. And I just disagree with ranking him as the top goalkeeper. I don't know if you agree with me on that.
You want to put that on the record? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where those accusations are coming from. I haven't seen anyone say he's the best goalie in MLS.
He's been awarded. He's got an award. That's
Once.
why I say it. Twice.
Oh, so I mean that's what the league officials think. I don't agree with. I mean, I guess I agree with you because I don't feel one way or another about it. Anything else? Red Bulls.
There was a very positive note from Red Bull New York from our game against Toronto FC, and that was how Horvath looked like he rebounded from that horrible loss against CF Montreal. The only chance he gave up was really just because he was caught out of position, because that kind of counterattack should not be allowed to happen. Why do we only have 2 guys back? How the fuck is a goalkeeper going to be able to stop that kind of counter? Simply put, I mean, sure, he was in a bad position, but that's not the goalkeeper's fault.